All right, welcome to another San Antonio Hyperspace League match between John Medina and myself. This is an interesting match. John's on the left side of the board, and I'm on the right side of the board. John's running the initiative 2 Upsilons. He has shield upgrade on all of them. He has Captain Phasma on one. He has pattern analyzer on all three. And I believe that's all the upgrades. On my side of the board, I'm running a Republic list. This is 4 ARC 170s. 3 of them are the Initiative 2 generics. They all have shield upgrade. The 4th one is, I'm going to get the name wrong. It's Skinner or Sinker or something like that. It's the Initiative 3 ARC that if a friendly ship is at range 1 to 2 in the side arc, they can reroll 1 attack dice. He has shield upgrade also, and he also has the R2 astromech for regen. There is a combined 79 hit points in this match. That's kind of why we did it. We initially set up, I was going to play a different list. This is a hyperspace league, so it's nearing the end, and so the organizers put on some bounties so that we could earn some more points. And so I'd lined up with a list to earn some more points, but I just thought it'd be a little more fun to fly these 2 lists against each other. So I'd originally taken the initiative when we started to set up, and I just kept it. That's probably a mistake. There's 6 ships at initiative 2. I kept the initiative. I probably should have given it to him so I have a little bit more maneuverability, but either way, it's definitely a fun match to watch. John, opened up on the left-hand side of the board. He stopped all 3 of them. Of course, with Panel Analyzer, it gives him a lot of opportunity to still action, regardless of the all-stops or the red moves. So this is the second turn. That front Arc 170, I'm trying to position it into an area where I can get behind the Upsilons. We both have a combined 12 red dice. His are probably a little bit more effective. It's hard to say. I kind of think the only thing that separates these lists is that he has Phasma and I have a Sinker. Otherwise, they both have a lot of mods. He's a little probably more defensive with his ability to take the reinforce or whatnot. Let's see. Otherwise, I'm kind of just fishing down the side of the board to get a hopefully beneficial joust out with 3 of my ships. I'm going to try to sneak one around behind. Yeah, obviously it'd be best to have more than one behind, but I didn't really feel like I could pull that off. So I'm waddling in with the 3-ship joust and hoping to force some kind of condition where I sneak out of this without losing a ship. It's always ideal or whatever it might be. But anyways, this is where you can kind of see me slowly progressing down the center of the board, waiting for the opportunity to kind of swoop in and then get behind him. John with that Upsilon list very much wants to keep me in front of him. However best he can. He's set up really well to do. He's been playing this list probably for 2 weeks straight, and he's getting pretty good at it. And you can see that here. He's got a really good march. He really knows how he wants to engage me. He knows where he wants to engage me. It could have been beneficial for me to shoot down the center of the board and then maybe kind of shoot the gaps in those rocks, whatever it is. But the arcs aren't. They're not very agile ships, so that would have been a crapshoot if I could have pulled that off or not. So I'm playing the game a little bit with him, not worrying too much. Even with the 3 ships, that's 30 hit points with a little bit of regen. And so I'm hoping to squeeze out of this joust somewhat beneficial. I'll show you when we enter into the joust. I'll show you how I'm planning to do that. We're entering into the 3rd round. I really feel like I have one more round before the engage. At least I'm hoping so. He's going to squeeze out here in round 3 with a range 3 shot that he benefits from. He's fully tokened with the target lock or whatever it might be. And because of how I want to be positioned, I don't have any tokens on me. But I feel like the positioning is more important for me than anything else right now, because I know after that next turn he's going to be, all of his ships are going to be bearing down. I mean, I got to be very careful. You know, Sinker, I don't want him dead first, and so that's really kind of my my strategy in this initial joust, is to engage him and give him my other ships as a better priority for him. So if nothing else, if it goes south for me, I still have a ship with higher initiative than him, so I can at least try to PS kill something, or can say maintain, you know, the inherent modification for him. So I'm gonna barrel roll backwards here and take the stress, and I felt like I was safe, but yeah, Sinker. Yeah, so and you'll see he's just barely going to be in range. It's even debatable if it really was or not, but he's going to measure here. And he said he had bumped it, but he took the target lock, and I was grabbing something else, and I moved my other one, and I go to look for the measurement. I was like, it didn't really look like we were even close to range. And when I checked it, it was far enough out of range to be noticeable, and that's what's going to be the call we're going to have to be aware of whenever we're playing the matches, especially in the tournaments and stuff, is that if I don't see it bump and the measurement's off, then that's how it's going to get called, because that's the only thing you can go off of, right? You can never, you know, readjust to make that right. But either way, you'll see here. I'm gonna check it, and then I have to move my ships up to make it an arc, so but I do feel like I'm set up well enough for this joust. So I check here, it's going to be short, right? But so we'll take a couple range 3 shots at each other. But like I was saying, I still I like the engaged area, mostly because I can shoot in. Let's just say he takes some shields here, which he does. Like, so we roll each other. I roll like a hit and 2 focuses. Take Sinkers, re-roll into nothing, so it's whatever. He might evade it, probably. He rolls a lot of evades this game. So he evaded. He rolls a lot of evades in this game, and I'm gonna point that out. It's very effective. So he rolls really well here. I think this might be 3 hits out there, and I probably don't roll any evades. Either way, he takes 3 shields from me. That's why I gave him the shield upgrade. I want to be a little more beefy, and it's a cheap enough upgrade with a 1 agility ship to take it. So there's a thought process I have going on here is, do I do my 3 straight now, or do I do 1 straight and then my 3 straight next? I feel like I don't have enough speed to shoot that gap just yet, and he can all stop right now, so so I'm not in a good spot to shoot the gap just yet. So Playing a little more defensively. I know that if I do a 1 straight with my arcs, that back Upsilon probably will not have a shot on me. Or at least it'll be a range 3 shot. It won't be a great shot for him or whatever it is. You can see that that arc coming up to the bottom half in good position to kind of sneak up from behind. So I really like where he's at. I probably could have barrel rolled out. I was getting a little greedy there with the shot and stayed behind him probably permanently. I do make a mistake with the future rounds with him, but not too drastic. So anyways, 1 straights out of the arcs. Kind of continuing my march. I'm going to shoot Sinker up there a little bit faster. And why I'm doing that is I want to coax him to shoot at Sinker. And if he doesn't, still I want to have like at least a range 2, but a range 1 would be great. But that's not going to happen, obviously. But he's already taken the pot shots at the number 2. He's going to try to 3-bank here, and it doesn't make it. So he runs into the back of him. It was a good thought, though. If he would have made that, that would have been a really good move. But it kind of helps me get the advantage. Him bumping himself is going to keep him from coordinating, and he absolutely wants to coordinate. That's a very, very strong action for the Upsilons. Probably, I think, I know you can argue that it's the 4 dice, but I feel like the coordinate and the 4 dice really is their strength. Of course, balanced by the fact that it's hard for him to turn them around or whatever it is, but he's going to make this 1 turn, I believe. And then Pattern Analyzer is just a really strong upgrade for those, and so he's gonna coordinate a target lock or whatever it might be. It's probably a reinforce. He'll probably, whenever that front one, whatever it does, it'll probably focus or target lock. If he all stopped, that's not bad, but a 1 straight would have been a phenomenal. Yeah, he all stopped, so that's okay though. So I think it's a focus and a reinforce. The reinforce in conjunction with his dice were very annoying. I think it's a range 3. I wanted to be a little closer, but that's okay. Slowly getting Sinker up into combat. Well, you can see I kind of have him. So I believe I spend the focus here. Yeah, so it's three hits. I think there's probably an evade and a focus in there. Or it could have been an evade and a blank. So that's the first evade right there. So he takes 1 damage. But you can kind of see I have him pincered a little bit. I want to keep him that way. It'd be cool if I had 2 ships on the bottom half. But when you do that, if like say I had 2 ships in the main joust, I really risk getting them smoked too early. So 1 hit off the bottom guy there. And he's going to take a shield, so 2 hit points done, 2 damage done so far. 3-roll that blank into a blank. I think it's 2 hits, 2 blanks. 2 more, or 1 more yet. Reinforce, of course. That's a range 3 shot from the back arc, and this is going to be a range 2 shot. So I've taken my volley of shots. That's a natty roll. I think that's an evade. We'll see how many he takes here. Yep, 2. Okay, no, it wasn't an evade. So he reinforced, brought it down to 2. So he took a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has shield upgrades on all his Upsilons too, so he has 7 shields on him. So he takes 5. He's going to repay the favor. I rolled an evade there. He took a range 3 shot. I believe it was from the back Upsilon. So the range 2. This was going to hurt a little bit. He spends his focus here. Reroll. Oh, it's the target lock he had from last round. So 4 hits on the table. He took... That's a blank there. He took 3 shields from me last round. There's going to be a shield and 3 hits into hole. That's going to leave me with 3 hit points left on that front one. Now... Again, I'm okay with this so far because I can now have the opportunity to kind of shoot this gap with that front one. It's not going to be the best opportunity. They're not the most agile ships, but that's what I was hoping for. Go ahead and take a little bit of a beating. Dish out a beating if I can. I would have liked to have done more damage, maybe more focused damage. But now I need to put him in an opportunity in an area where he's not going to take 3 more shots from the Upsilons. Again, I have the initiative, and I would have minded not having the initiative, but it worked out okay. Then I'm going to shoot the gap here. 3 straight, put me right up in front of everybody, and then gives me an opportunity to take a focus for defense if I get lucky enough to live. 1 straight. Of course, I'm going to kind of create a staggered approach so that, you know, maybe I block up. I don't want to leave any room anywhere so that he can't squeeze himself into in between any ships. 2 bank here from the my flanking arc. Of course, that arc will not have the reroll from sinker, but it's the risk I take just to have the positioning. This is not a bad move here. It's gonna be a 2 bank. Though what it's gonna do is gonna put that Upsilon in a place where I don't think it's going to be able to shoot, and it still has several shots coming back at it. Because remember, I have rear arc, so when I start shooting, so I get to continue shooting at it. Difficult thing, of course, is going to be after this round. I'm probably not going to get another opportunity to shoot at it. So far, other than taking a small beating on my front guy there, he jammed me. He jammed that token, which is a smart thing to do. But it's going to be a while before I get an opportunity to shoot at him again. This one's going to bump. That's helpful for me. No coordinate. That's what I'm looking for. And no more than 1 shot on that front arc. And that's really, really, really what the best thing I could have hoped for. Looking at this match, and this is, of course, hindsight's 2020. I feel like I could have done a better move in the next round with him, but either way, he's in a bump there. No actions. 1 action was to jam. Otherwise, I'm in a good spot. Sinker 1 straight, maintaining as many arcs as possible. I'm going to take the far shot here, mostly because I shot at it already once. I at least want to, if I'm going to split my fire, I want to make sure I'm splitting them into ships that I've already shot at. And so it's a range 3 shot. It's not optimal, but sinker is the purple arc. As a cock die when I unrolled it, so it's 2 hits. Range 3, no mods, double evade. And you'll see he's going to roll a lot of evades this, at least for the next 4 or 5 rounds. Range 2 shot. Natty roll. I think that might, there's another evade in this. That's 3 evades already, so he took two shields. Another arc, I'm going to roll, I think I rolled 2 hits, maybe not, so I re-rolled into another hit. 2 shields. The range 1 from the front arc. Looks good so far. Like 4 hits there. And I think that's another evade, because, you know, that's just how you do it. That's rough when one of Jolie's ships keep rolling evades. But when they get hot, they get hot. But I'm already in the hole. That's good. So that's that front one. Oh, that's what happened before, is I took the rear shot at range 1. And then I took the range 1 from the other one there. But again, it's a tough one because I'm not going to have a lot of opportunity to keep shooting at that one over and over. Like next round, I could probably kill it. It has 4 hit points left, but it's not going to be in a good spot for me. The range 1 blast, 1 hit out of it, no mods. I do believe I take the hit anyway, so that's going to be 4 in a hole in that little guy, but can't focus fire him, and so that's good for me. He's going to shoot at someone other than Seeker. Again, still good for me. It's what I want him to be doing. Rolls another 1 hit. That might have been a 1 hit roll. So I evaded the 1. Again, best I could ask for. Entering into the next round, we are in a huge traffic jam. He has Phasma, and so he Phasma'd that front one. So a couple mistakes I make here. That guy there, I just kind of went 1 straight and bumped into him. I should have 2-turned him there. That would have been a lot smarter. Also, this bottom guy here, I wanted to keep shooting at that injured Upsilon, and so I would turn my back. I really could have just gone 1 straight and been way better off, but that's what I did. It doesn't turn out to be the worst thing in the world, but I could have definitely done better with that move. Move forward to bump here. Again, just kind of jamming up the area. I don't want him to have tokens. I don't want him to have actions, so that coordinating to focus and target locking at range 1 will be deadly. So he's gonna have an opportunity to hear with pattern analyzer. I want to say he might jam. I can't remember. He might target lock too. He's gonna coordinate somebody. Target lock. I believe that's the back guy there. He's gonna try to can't remember whose target lock that is, but it might be the far back Upsilon, so that maybe if he starts to train also, that he gets that range 1 shot, which I think he does here. I don't think he has any other moves. He might do it all out of all stops, but again with pattern analyzer, it's a really good move for him. He doesn't have to go anywhere. He can take actions. Can't remember what that action was. Oh, they're all stopped. Oh, he jammed. Okay, so he got rid of my focus. But yeah, I really wish I would have 2-turned with that front arc and then 1 straight with the other one. That would have been perfect. I should have a little more faith in the medium base. They are a lot more maneuverable than I give them credit for. Again, shooting at the back 1. So I've already started shooting on it. I want to continue shooting on it. Hopefully, if I get a chance to kill the one I've been shooting at, then that one can be the next one down. Still a very difficult match for me because while I am making progress, let's see what I rolled here. 2 hits, 1 evade, like another evade. While I'm making progress here, it's a points game, and so the points are very swingy. It's a range 2 shot out of the back. Natties for me. I think that's another evade. He rolls like 3 or 4 in a row. Yeah, he took the crit. So maybe leaves him with 3 hit points left. That's a weapons failure 2, which is not a great thing for him to get. I think that's a blank out. Oh, yeah, it was, and I rerolled into a crit. It goes through though, so that's at least a shield, right? It's a range 2 shot from the back. Again, I still have the one hit. That might be an evade. Oh no, it's a focus. I think. I don't think he wants. I think he has a focus. He didn't want to spend it. He wants to keep it for offense. Yeah. So the points game is going to be very, very difficult for me. We're beating each other down, and I feel like I have the advantage, but it stays very, very, very close. He's going to smoke me here. He's going to spend that target. He doesn't need to. He could actually spend the focus and kill me. I have 2 hit points left. But, you know, why not, right? No one, this last... I'm not shooting back at him, so... So 1 evade. Finally roll an evade on that green die. Oh, maybe I don't. That's a lot of hits. That guy's dead. That front arc's dead. And I believe he has a range 2 shot at the back arc again. He takes another range 1 somewhere. Three, 4. Oh, and 1 into crit. That's what happens on this one. I believe, yeah, I took all 5 of those. I can't remember which one was shooting at me, but yeah, he smoked. That might even be. No, it's. That might have been sinker, maybe. Oh, that was a direct hit. That's what it was. That's right. He throttled, nattied into sinker. I blinked out. He took all my shields and a double damage. So I'm 2 in the hole on sinker after being full health. Now sinker does have regen, and so I'm going to play around with a little bit with that. But he rolled 1 too many, so he re-rolled. Took 1 shield. I believe that was the first time that one's been shot. That bottom one. And he's going to Phasma me here and give me a stress token. Phasma made it fairly difficult here. It's going to take me a few turns to get him back into combat. So 3 ships in, I put a beating on him, but he's taken 1 of my ships off the board, and 1 shot he took sinker to below half. And that's what's difficult about this list. And you're definitely going against him. I might have more ships, so more opportunity to shoot, and maybe, I don't know, again, it's even, but if he has, so 12, 13 hit points, and I have 10, but he can roll 5 dice natty on me, and the best I can do is a 4 dice natty, so. I 2 turned up here, kind of ran into him, trying to just get better positioning. It was a really tough spot. Could have 2 turned the other way, potentially run off the board, 2 turn this way. I knew I could at least 2 turn again eventually and get back onto. Again, another advantage I'm having here is while he has the advantage of some really, really potent offense, I have rear arcs, and so that's going to keep me into the game here. And I've debated putting veteran tail gunner on for having shots out of the front and back. I see a couple times in this game where I could have done that. I always forget that I have that card anyway, that's why I never use it, but I could have used it a couple times in this game. The only thing that prevents me from doing that is at the end of this game, one of my ships is going to live with 1 hit point, and that's that 1 hole, right? So anytime you ever live with 1 hit point, that hole was 100% worth it. And so, you know, a veteran tail gunner is so rarely used that, and the shield upgrade is always used, so I just assume take the shield upgrade. John thinking through how he wants to maneuver here. That bottom Upsilon is in the hole. I think he might have 2 left. I have to go back and look at the video and see where I was. To bank, drop the stress. I believe he is going to target lock. Target lock's a potent thing on those Upsilons. I always take a focus because I always re-roll blanks into blanks, so I just said screw it. I'm not even playing around with target locks anymore unless I just need to fire munitions. So that front Upsilon's going to have to, the one closest to my side of the board, is going to have to move its stress, so I believe he 2 banks here. Not having a 1 bank green on those is pretty difficult. If they had a 1 bank green, they'd be phenomenal ships, but 2 banks good. So he shot right past me, and again, I have him in that rear arc, so that's good for me. He takes the target lock on a sinker. Or maybe not. A sinker has a target lock on him, though I can't remember who it's from. He's contemplating the coordination. Now, I got him in his spin, and that's good. Again, the strength of the Upsilons is if you get all 3 of them shooting at a target, it's probably dead. My approach on him didn't allow him to do that as often as he'd probably want to. So, you know, pretty fortunate to walk out with only 1 ship dead, but that was kind of by design. And I bump into, so I was contemplating regenerating a shield there, but so this is good. I'm bumping all over the place, and that's good because that's going to prevent him from shooting at ships. It's a 3 dice shot from sinker, and it's a miss, I believe. That one's going to fire out of the rear. And re-rolled 2 hits. And I think that's an evade, so he takes 1. I hate his dice. This was a rough game. A natty's 3 hits, and then he blanks out. So that's going to kill that chip. He's going to get the fire, but that's what I needed. I needed that thing off the board. Still a really close game because, again, he got half on sinker. He might have half on another one. I can't remember exactly. There's 1 full one sitting out there. That's not going to stay that way, though. Again, his dice are very, very heavy. 4 hits on something, blanks out. Yep, that was a full one. See, and there he goes. He's 1 crit in. That is hull breach. So that one has hull breach. Sinker had a double damage, and the other one's unscathed at the moment, I believe. All my shields. But you see how quickly I lose them fighting the thing. They've got to die. So half points, he's blown half points on almost all of mine except for 1. So be very, very careful. So to shoot at that one that has half points, though, and not a bad roll. Yep, drop 3 shields off me. Get closer to half on me. So just like that, my hit points can disappear. Now the one that I'm crowded around, I think, it has 1 shield left. And the other one's full, and that's going to be difficult. And that's just it, this is a race. It's going to take me a few rounds to kill that Upsilon. And if I don't kill it fast enough, and it continues to blow holes in my arcs, I am not going to be able to win this game. So I'm crowding around him. I don't want him to shoot me. I'm going to keep 2 turned in, 1 straighted, 1 banked, all that jazz. I think I took did regen a shield here on sinker. He's going to 1 turn down, I believe, with I think that's the healthy Upsilon. So I want to say he's not going to have a shot. And this is good for me. It's going to give me an opportunity to work on killing that thing. Or killing the injured one. I need to prevent him from having shots, so that's what I've been doing. So it's funny. I'm 4 medium bases, and I am sticking to his Upsilons like flies. I do not want him to shoot. I have prevented however possible. I know what he's trying to do. I know he's trying to circle around that rock and continue to get shots. It's a smart move on his part. It's what you do with those things. There's no better move. We're running out of time. He can't turn away and then re-engage some other way. So he's doing exactly what he has to do here. I do get lucky in that we're playing around that rock, and it's not as open field as he'd probably like. So the rock formation is helping me out a little bit. The 2 bank here, it's good. Not gonna have shots. I'm gonna have a couple rear or at least one rear shot. So probably with the reroll from sinker. I don't know. Oh, actually, no, I don't think I do, but because I think I'm gonna run into myself, and it's not a friendly ship at 0 to 2. It's his friendly ship at 1 to 2. So. Oh, I think he jammed sinker this last round, so that was what the coordinate was, I believe, trying to keep me from staying token. So I'm going to regen a shield here. Give myself a little bit of a buffer room. And I can do that again, so that would not pull me up to half. I'd still be below half, but at least I'd have some hit points, so I'm okay with that. So a range 1 out of the back. I think I roll a 1 and evade. I'm so tired of his evades. Like that might have been no damage. I don't see any damage coming off. So this is the next round. 2 turn. I know he's going to try to 2 bank in. He can't 2 bank the other way. That would be a terrible decision. He wants to get rid of that stress, and so he could 1 straight, but I know he's trying to turn. I know he wants to turn. I know he thinks that if I would have done anything, that a 1 straight probably wouldn't have put him in arc. So, and then the other guy, I think a 2 turn. The guy there at the top is kind of hard to see. Yep. So 2 bank here. Try to mess with the camera a little bit today. Try to get a better picture, but I got to remember to angle it up a little bit so you can see the ships at the top of the board. I'm trying to get it closer so you can see the models better, but it really didn't do that, I don't think. So I got my bump. I get him in there. I don't want him. I think it's in a spot where I'm not going to get shots or get shot at. So, again, I'm doing my job of maneuvering in a way that keeps him from having optimal shots. I think that's going to be probably a shot on that front guy there. So, got to be a little careful with him. Again, that's the guy I want to be shooting at, though. I want to shoot at that guy. I want to shoot at that golden Upsilon. That's the one I want dead. You guys haven't seen it this whole game. He has a tall... I apologize. I needed to think that through better. I was thinking more about being closer to the board and not angling up to see the ships at the edge of the board. And that's usually how it works out. However I set up my camera, probably playing on the worst part of the board for picture. So sinker is a 1 bank, I believe. Take my focus. Could take a target lock, but those don't work for me, so we don't. And again, the way this game works and my inconsistency with dice, I always think defensive first, and so my thought is if I have a bad roll on offense, so be it. I'll have something for defense, hopefully. Play the long game. I am convinced the only way you really win this game is being defensive. Range 1. I'm going to spend the focus for 2 hits. So 2 hits onto the front guy. I do not think he is damaged. Oh, he has the reinforced token. That's what he has. It's gonna be a range 3. Roll natties, I think. I've rolled natties a lot on this one. That's really good for me. There's another evade in there, of course. Why wouldn't there be? You guys count the number of evades. It's unnatural. It's ridiculous. I think he has a nice range 2 shot probably on. Or maybe not. Actually, I think we call round. So no shots from his guys at all. I misplay this a little bit. So I just one banked into him. I was thinking about 3 straighting, but the reason I didn't is because I feel like that top Upsilon is gonna have a shot. He tried to 3-turn with that bottom Upsilon, and he's not gonna make it. And so I think that other Upsilon's gonna bump right into him. I really expected him to make 2 bank again. That probably would have been, that almost made it, but it was very, very close. But this probably been in the round would have been the round I should have 3 straighted that guy right there. But also I was kind of thinking I could jam myself up so I could continue to have shots with sinker. So stress for him for 3-turn. No pattern analyzer because he ran into me, but so again you can see I've had the strategic advantage, or at least tactical advantage over him over the last 3 or 4 rounds, but still a very scary game for me because the second he gets a shot, he's going to smoke one of my arcs. So it was a very cagey match for me. I had to keep it cagey, even though I have 40 or 1 more hit point than him. I can't let him have free shots at me. It's been forever since I played with large bases too. It's funny because it's probably like all I ever really like to play on 1.0, but with 2.0 I haven't hardly at all. So I feel so discombobulated when I'm trying to use them. 1 bank here with sinker. Contemplated getting a shield back too, but I feel like I'm in a good enough position where, let's say just natty 5s on me again and I blink out, I should be okay. So taking the range 1 shot on the healthy Upsilon. Not the one I want to be shooting at. Don't think I roll very well anyways. 2 shields. No 1. Nope, there they go. Good. So I think it's a range 2 there from the back. I do have my rerolls. Do have my focus. Double modded. Yeah, got him out of the side arc. Reroll into something. Spend the focus. 3 hits. Blank. So that puts him at 2 hit points left, which is good. I'm not going to get another shot this round, I don't think, but that's a good spot for me to be. I blank out on that range 1 shot. I really needed that shot to go through this round. That would have helped me out a lot, but unmodded, this would happen, so no dice. No arc on sinker. Now range 1 into my relatively healthy Upsilon, or my arc. One hit, 1 crit. This is the one where all I can do is focuses for an action. I kind of jacked that up here, but Actually, the next round I take a target lock, I forget, but I just remove it later. I don't ever get to spend it. Alright, so my twos, I'm going to do a 1 bank here. Better positioning. Just want to keep my firing arcs, downrange. I'm going to 3 straight my other guy. He, I made that. Cool. Constantly stay stressed because of Phasma. It makes it difficult for me, but at the end of the day, my greens are good enough, and as long as I have Sinker around, I don't care. I mean, I do care, but Sinker's there, so he gives me some native rerolls. The better predator, right? So, the hell with him. So the good thing is here is I know after that, I probably should have had 3 straight the last round, but I know that that for an arc that Upsilon there's gonna be a few rounds before it shoots again, which is tough. But when it does shoot, it matters. But it's kind of how you have to play them, swarmy, kind of swarming around them with these 3 lumbering arcs. But the funny thing is they're coming across as the agile fighters, and they're not. But coordinate. Can't remember if that's a focus. Oh, yeah, it was a focus. I think I would have taken the reinforce. So he's focused a target lock on Sinker. He has 2 hit points left. Debating if I should target lock. This thing's never worked for me. Screw it. I'm taking the focus. But you can see there I could have used the rear gunner. And several times this game I could use rear gunner, but I don't know. It's whatever. I'd rather have the hit points. So taking the range 1 shot. Need to do at least 3 damage here. And I do 4, so that's good. The blank, so I think it's 2 hits, 2 crits. Or 1 crit. It doesn't matter. It's dead before it shoots, that's good. Taking the rear range 2 out of the back. Reroll, Sinker. Sinker's rerolls do really well for me. So 2 more onto the Epsilon. Still has, shields. Still a threat for me. He can 1-shot kill one of my ships, so I gotta be very careful, especially with Sinker. And I'm not going to be able to keep... I can 1 straight Sinker, or I can 1 straight everybody and probably take range 3 pot shots, but that's not really what I want. I need to line up for, range 1 or 2 primaries with my 3 dice. Kind of says I took that target lock I shouldn't have, but I'll remove it later when I realize what I've done. I knew he's 2 turning, so I knew I was going to be out of range. I wanted to take that while I still had the opportunity, but... 3 turn here. I knew I was going to bump, but I wanted better positioning. I wanted to be able to turn in faster or turn down faster. Not turn in nearly as much as I'd like, but because I don't want a 2-bank next round. I contemplated maybe next round 2-banking because he's obviously going to 1 turn in. The next round. It's like maybe next round, could have maybe 2-banked down and barreled in or something, but it's too risky to not know the outcome of where that might put me or whatever. But so into the next round, we're closing in on the last 2 rounds here. 2 turn. He almost throttles this guy here. It's gonna be bad for me. So I have hull breach on him. So it's going to matter that he's actually going to be shooting at me because I'm going to take a beating. Now I am winning. Even if I would have lost one of those level 2 ones, I still would have won. Or I would still be winning. But definitely can't let this game go on for too long because I can't. And again, I would have got behind him eventually, but how many ships would I have lost before that happened? And target lock that guy up front. Contemplating the target lock. It's like, nope, not going to do it. They never work for me. I don't care what you say. Whatever. Taking the range too. Don't think I do very well. I don't know, maybe. So he has 2 shields left. So that's 6, 7, 8 hit points. 2 hits. Probably. Oh, those 2 focuses. So he's going to take those 2. Good for me. That is half points. That's where I needed to be to win the game. Range 1. 1 hit. Blank. So 1 more in the hole. So that's going to be definitively into half points on that guy. So now if he does clear off one of those level 2 ones, I'm still winning the game. And there's 1 round left. We're closing in on time. He is going to pulverize me here. Range 1. I haven't re-rolled that cock dice. It was a focus, I think, anyways. But there's 2 crits on the table. He re-rolls that one into another crit. So there's 3 crits on the table. He re-rolls these 2 guys. I think it's a hit. Hit, 3 crits. I roll 1 evade. Taking 3 crits. I have 5 hit points left. I can't remember what the first one was. The second one was double damage. And then the last one was whenever you take a crit, take an extra damage. So I have 1 hit point left on him. Just completely pulverize that guy. We're entering into the next round here. Obviously, he's not going to get another shot on that guy. That's good. I maintain those points. I would like to kill his ship just to get it off the board. But he has 5 hit points. I'm not going to do that. But he does have an opportunity to kill something and capture more points here, though. Preserving the win for sure, but nothing better than that. I run into him, so he can't shoot at him again, so I could have probably banked down and maybe take some more shots at him, but I wasn't risking it. It's too close of a game to worry about it. I do like the arcs, though. They're weird to fly. They're all lumbering, but I'll pick up my target lock here soon. I realize what I've done. 2 bank. Not a bad move. He makes it. I'm going to run into him with sinker. I thought about 2 turning down to maybe get another shot on him, but again, I'm just preserving points, so it doesn't really matter. Anyways, that's going to be the last few shots here. I believe he gets a couple more hits on me. I get a couple more hits on him. I win this one 123 to 169-ish, somewhere in there, whatever it might be. It was a good game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. 79 hit points. I kind of believe both of us played as well as we could have played it any other way. Minus a few mistakes on my part, but either way, it was kind of a cool game to watch. The arcs are cool ships. Sometimes a little boring sometimes, but they're things. It's fun. Probably the only Republic list I actually like, even remotely. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the match. I'll try to get some more up for you guys to watch for Hyperspace soon. Thanks.